Greatness, Hank.
Absolutely.
Let's do it. It's time.
Hey, good morning, boys and girls. Cold enough for you? Huh?
Ugh,
It's not going to be above freezing until Monday.
I don't love it.
But I still have my iced coffee.
That's a true New Englander.
Absolutely got to get my iced coffee.
Well, Hot Hank needs to be cooled down just a little bit.
There was a really short line at the drive-thru this morning.
Speaking of Hot Hank,
Yes.
you posted a photo yesterday for your luncheon. Good morning, Murray.
Oh,
You got the girls swooning for
I know,
you
but
yesterday.
it wasn't me. It was the most interesting man in the world. But I've been talking about the 33, not the 32 or the 34, most things you can do to make yourself the most interesting person at the party. So I thought, oh, maybe to go along with this post, I'll put up a picture of the most interesting man in the world. And he was kind of out of character. You know,
he wasn't done up as he normally is. He looked regular, down to earth, most interesting man.
I mean, a good-looking guy, though.
What's up, Rick? Hey, RTB, I love you. I miss you. We were dealing with some technical difficulties in the studio this morning.
Yes.
And I meant to text you back. And then I squirreled like I normally do with 4,000 other things I've got going on. 42 projects, half done. I keep getting interrupted or sidetracked with something else that's been on fire.
Right.
So I'm like, ow. And I feel it's just been a really exhausting week, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I'm halfway through a bunch of things.
So
it's annoying.
You have to finish one or two of them anyway.
Finish it. I don't hate you. What's going on, Nate? I'm going to bring you on the show in just a little bit. Nate's got a little sports report.
Oh, excellent.
You've got a podcast appearance later on today. Look at you.
Yeah, with Nate, I know.
Your dance calendar is getting very full, Hank.
I'm excited about it. And did you notice we matched this morning?
I know, right?
We're both kind of orangey.
Yeah, well, maybe it was just something to bring up the frigidness.
Yeah.
I hit the studio and I was like, why is it so cold?
Because it is cold and it's going to snow tomorrow too.
Oh, wonderful. After I stepped in it this morning. So that's our question. What's the worst thing you've ever stepped on? My dog left me a little present at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, Mari stepped in it the other night. We were somewhere and we were coming back and I'm in the car and she goes, what would it? My shoes.
0 stars out of 5. I did not start the day on a great track. It was not the way I wanted to begin. Even though last night before I went to bed, I got one of those like LED light mask things.
Uh-huh.
So I had my little light mask treatment for 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's supposed to help with seasonal affect. It's supposed to help with collagen.
Okay.
It's supposed to help with there's like 14 different colored lights. So I'm like, lighting my face up with yellow light while I'm reading all about it. I'm like, should I be looking at this? Probably not.
Probably not. No, you're not supposed to be looking into the lights like an eclipse.
We've got one of those, a real eclipse coming up.
Yeah, when is that? Because
I think April.
Oh, okay. Because Mariana wants to see it. I
do with the glasses and everything.
Yeah, I know. There's a lunar eclipse too coming.
Yeah, there's a couple of things happening.
Right.
So.
Mariana said, I said to her, honey, it may be in the middle of the night. That's okay, Papa. You can wake me up.
Oh, okay.
Okay, honey.
I love that. Kids have no idea like the amount of work it takes for us to get going and moving. They just naturally assume you'll do it for them.
Of course I will.
No cares in the world.
And of course I will.
You're right. Absolutely you will. Rick, I am definitely going to call you one of these days. We want your voice on Lemonadio. We've got a couple of newbies right now.
Or somebody else that I can fire, maybe?
No, you can't fire him. He's great.
Okay.
He's great. You actually got Mark a little nervous. He's like, I don't know if I'm ready for coming back. Like, Hank's not going to fire you.
Who is that guy?
Hank is not going to fire you. He can't do that. Don't worry.
Of course I can. Hey, Stephanie, he's gone.
It's got to go. I don't know what's going on. As long as it's not me, that's all I care about.
Hey, look, I can't run anything here, so if we're late in the mornings, it's not my fault.
No,
It's her fault because
no,
I just sit here. I don't
it's
know
not
anything
mine.
else.
Things don't work. And then I have to troubleshoot it from the very beginning. Have you tried turning it on and turning it off again? How about that?
Yeah.
Is it this? If I look at it and blink twice and move it to the right, it might work again.
Right. And it did. Whatever you did, it worked because we're here. So,
well, when my computer decides it wants updates, then it decides that nothing else will work until I get my updates. I get what I want. That's my computer. So here we are.
Our TV decided to update itself, and I can't get the TV in the living room back.
I hate that.
We've got the Samsung thing, and it updated.
You notice how our tech person ran right directly out of the room and outside.
Yes, I know. No,
I do not hear these things.
The Samsung did an update, and the living room TV. And there's nothing.
I hate that.
The TV in Mariana's room, which is not hooked up to cable, I was able to get that one back, and the one in the back room where it's too damn cold to sit anyway, that was working fine all along. It's the one in the living room, right by the fireplace where we would be sitting now. I can't figure it out unless Mari has this morning. But
good luck, Mari. You didn't know you were running tech this morning, but apparently you are also.
Right. If not, eventually I'll be calling the babe.
Yeah, right.
What do I hit here? What do I do?
He's like, oh God, not again.
Not again. Right. God, that guy's useless. All he does is fire people.
No, that's he's like just grouchy right now. He's got so many like work things going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked for help yesterday, and I spent an inordinate amount of time working on something I shouldn't have when I know that he could have just been like, oh, it's here and here and here. Instead, he watched me toil at it for like 4 hours before I finally figured it out. Oh, you got that all set? No. It makes me aggravated.
Well, he wanted you to learn how to do it.
I don't think so. I think he just didn't want to deal with it and wanted to see if it doesn't matter to him.
Oh, okay.
It really wasn't a him project. It was a me project, but it needed to be done. We're working on having all of our events live on one page and have that added to the Lemonade.io page. Is proven to be quite a feat because of his work proclivities. He does not like WordPress. He writes his own software. He writes his own code. So he's an elitist when it comes to working with things that are just already done.
WordPress is okay.
It's fine until you have to make changes to it. Then it gets crazy.
Okay.
So it's fine as long as it's set up to do the job it's doing. Mm-hmm. But if you need to make changes to it, well, then he won't work with it.
Oh,
the diva will not work with it.
I just use it to do things that I have to do. I don't. Again, I don't know how this stuff works.
Right. We're just doing a little blog, doing a little updating. WordPress is fabulous.
It's fabulous, right? I do a weekly blog from Mari's website. Boom, boom,
got
boom,
all the plugins. You know where things live.
Right.
That's fine.
Right. That's what I do.
But the prince will not use that.
Oh,
so
I see.
I have him working with things he doesn't like doing. So and then I have to hear, I don't like that. We've been married too long. We've been married too long. He's exhausted of me. I'm exhausted of his antics.
This isn't going to work. Michael and Patty Lotane are our friends, and Michael is one of the voices you hear on Lemonade.io. You hear him overnight.
Mm-hmm.
They have a great line. They've been married forever, but a great line that they started saying to each other, I don't know how many years ago, when things get a little haywire. One of them says, you know what? This isn't going to work out.
Yeah, right? I don't think it's going to work out.
It's not going to work out. It's not going to work out. And they've been married for, I don't know, oodles of years.
I like that. Oodles of years.
Yes.
Perfect.
Because after a while, you stop counting. It's like you just are.
I don't know about that, Hank.
I mean, we're counting this year because we got a big year. But other than that, I mean, we're just married. I can't remember a time when I haven't been married to
That's right, Mari. Got Hot Hank over here, the most interesting man
in the world.
Fabulous.
I could almost look like him. Almost.
I definitely think so.
I mean, I've got the beard and the hair. The color's the same, but other than that, I don't.
You can use my LED light machine.
Oh, okay. And I don't like to smoke cigars, but I can.
We'll zip zap you, and you can hold one for a photo. Hey,
right,
I think we got a photo shoot coming your way. Denise, we got to hook this up. So what was announced today? Coachella was announced today.
Yes. Who is going to be?
Lana Del Rey.
Okay.
And then it's Doja Cat and Tyler, the Creator.
Tyler, the Creator. I know the first two.
They're
I
all
do
great.
I don't know Tyler, the Creator.
It sounds like this would be a Coachella for me. I would definitely be interested in going to this one.
Is Tyler, the Creator, like Cedric the Entertainer?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Okay.
He was good, though. I like Cedric the Entertainer.
I do too. I like all those guys who were part of the Kings of Comedy.
Kings of Comedy. That's right.
It was him and it was Steve Harvey. It was
What's up, Liz? I miss your face.
I forget who were the other Kings of Comedy.
I need to see you in person.
Hmm.
Danielle, good morning from sunny Florida. It's got to be warmer than 20 degrees. This morning was a jolt to everybody's system.
Actually, there were some parts of Florida, like up in the Panhandle, it was like 19.
I saw that. The
Yeah.
meme that said Florida says hold my beer.
Yes.
Where it was like, you can't have all 4 seasons in
I
one
found
state.
I found this great thing. Let me find it. A weather person down in Texas made this part of his forecast because people in Texas, of course, don't know how to drive in the snow.
No.
And I'm scrolling.
It's a big rarity. 16 degrees in Boston, said RTB.
Okay. This is what a Texas weather guy. See, it's a screenshot. This is what a Texas weather guy put on his forecast. If you rarely drive on snow, just pretending you're taking your grandma to church. There's a platter of biscuits and 2 gallons of sweet tea in glass jars in the back seat. She's wearing a new dress and holding a crock pot full of gravy.
I love it.
Exactly.
That's how you drive in it.
That's right.
Yeah, there was an ice storm, and I just saw all the cars slowly creeping, crawling. No, it was not great.
I don't know what to do.
No. I went from 71 2 days ago to 46 yesterday, and I was frozen. Welcome home.
Wait a minute now. Frozen isn't when 46 isn't frozen.
Well, for her it is.
Okay.
She's got that Florida thin blood now.
Oh,
She's no longer a New Englander.
No, 46 is still shorts and t-shirts here.
Yeah, right. Nate, Buffalo still getting pounded with snow.
Oh,
no, thank you.
Oh, because the playoff game again this weekend, Kansas City the playoff game is in Buffalo.
Yeah. Nate, click that link that I sent you. You can pop in. We can do some sports if you want to. Good morning, Diana. If you'll notice your mom's Lemonade-o sign, it's a little askew, but it's there.
Which one?
Yeah. Her mom made it for us. No, it just needs to be flat on the ground. That's fine. Just leave it.
Okay.
It's fine. It's straighter.
I tried.
Good morning, Andra. Yeah, Nate, if you want to just click that link and hop in with your headphones, you can do so, and we can talk some sports.
And I want everybody to know I'm not being sociable. I can't see your names pop up. So hello to everybody who comes on.
You don't have magnifying glasses?
No.
And our TVs never worked.
No, the TVs never worked.
It just never worked properly.
And I need binoculars anyway to
see through the light.
To see the names that came up.
She said that's awesome. She's going to be so psyched. I'm going to send her a picture. So it's amazing what some people can do with arts and crafts. I'm just not one of those people.
No, I'm not either.
I'm terrible at it. I'll sit there and have a glass of wine and tell you jokes or stories while you craft. But that's where I'm at.
What I have always found interesting is there was one in Mashpee Commons. It's a painting place.
Yep.
And and then they put on these events that are BYOB and come on in and paint. I can't imagine how they work.
Why?
I mean, I can't imagine how successful they are.
Why?
I mean, if you're chugging whatever if you're a glass of wine and let's draw this, I can't.
It's about the therapeutic art of it, not actually designing amazing things.
Oh, okay. Because I can't imagine after a couple of glasses of wine, that looks pretty good.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm just painting. Everything's fine. Good morning, Kate. Thanks for joining us on the show today. Yeah, so it is Thursday. Don't blink. I know Hank is going to start making appearances on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which I love.
Yes. Thank you. Nice to be here.
As long as I can get functioning. Thursdays are just the day that kicks me in the rear end.
Really?
It's always something. And my daughter, I need this. I need this. I need this. And I just saw somewhere that Gen Z No sex, no drugs, no rock and roll, no driving. Apparently, they're not buying vehicles. They don't want to drive. It is part of their culture.
God, they're boring. Oh my God, no sex, no drugs, no that.
No rock and roll, no cars, no cars. And I was like, well, at least it's not just mine. You know what I mean?
Right.
I thought my daughter's never going to drive. She's never going to make my life easier.
Did she ever get her license? I don't remember.
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
She's got one more driver's ed that she put off for a full year. Like
Uh-huh.
she did all of it except one class and then stopped for a full year.
Mhm.
She doesn't ask to drive. She's got her permit. She's had her permit for 3 years. Doesn't ask to drive.
So she'd rather be chauffeured.
Yes. Trust me, I would also prefer to be chauffeured, but I'm not a demented queen. I haven't figured that out yet. If I had a Michael Anthony around me all of the time,
Right.
then I would be totally fine with it. Michael, come get me. Thank you. When that happens for me, Hank,
Right.
I'll be psyched.
Mariana is big enough and looks old enough to sit in the front seat.
Yeah.
But she still gets in the back seat. And I said, "What the hell am I, a chauffeur, honey?
Apparently.
Do you want to be chauffeured? Yeah, that'd be nice." Okay.
Put up the partition.
Right.
Leave me be.
And then I try to talk to her, and she's got the headphones on, and she's doing something, and there's no communication.
Funny you mentioned that. Good morning, Dave
from
Hagner.
the back anyway.
Michael, I'm on my way. Good morning, Lynn. So funny that you had mentioned that because my children are famous for that. They've always got their earbuds in and they never can hear me when I ask them to do anything.
Oh.
But if it's something good, they magically can hear
Oh, isn't that funny?
through the headphones
Yes.
what's happening.
Yep.
Something Cliff and I were talking about something about our upcoming going away vacation. And Lily starts talking. I said 5 seconds ago when I asked you to do the dishes, couldn't hear me at all.
No.
Well, there was a lull in my program.
And it just happened to be during that lull
Right.
that you were talking about vacation.
When there was input for vacation.
I see.
It is her graduation present. So
okay.
And boy, this last 2 weeks we have changed the trajectory of our life completely.
Okay, last time we talked about this on Tuesday, I think. She was going in the Navy.
Yeah, no, I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Navy's gone now?
No, it's not off the table completely.
So what's on?
Well, she got accepted to Westfield, so I'm getting like all kinds of inbox. I'm very conflicted about this.
Westfield State College?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good little school.
My best friend died there. I
Oh.
definitely have PTSD. I'm like, out of all the schools,
That had
out
to
of
be the
all
one.
the places
Yeah.
that you just have this fascination with going to,
Mhm.
it's that one.
And why does she like Westfield?
I think she really is digging the Western Mass thing. I'm like, what about UMass Amherst? Go to my alma mater. Like, go. How about that? How about other colleges in the area? Does it have to be that one?
UMass Amherst is huge.
I know. Is there a happy medium somewhere? Anybody?
I mean, they used to. I don't know if they still do, but
She wants that Western Mass life.
Yeah.
She's a farmer, agriculture,
Mhm.
sitting it, paint for day. It just
Right.
it would very much vibe with the person she is.
Well, there are all those.
I'm like, what about upstate New York?
Yeah.
Like somewhere else?
No, that's too much snow. I mean, but out of Western Mass, there's all those rich little girl schools.
She's not a rich little girl.
Okay, so we'll take those off the table.
That is not going to happen. Diana graduated from Springfield College. It was nice. See, we could somewhere not there would be great.
What else is out there? American International, I think, is out there.
Let's
in
make
Western
a
Mass.
list. Is there still time to apply? I don't even know. She might end up on the Four Seas track because I hear it is going to be fee-free next year.
That's what I've been
And
told
that's
as
really
well.
where she wants to start her life, is with no expenses.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, right.
It took me forever to pay off my loans.
Right.
It takes everybody forever.
See, and I wouldn't say luxury. I paid for it with my body, but I took
what?
My military credits and didn't have to have loans. So I had the GI Bill. I had my college paid for.
Oh,
Very
okay.
different time.
Oh, all right.
Good morning, Mary Jane. LB, thanks for joining us. Sethi, not one glam rock band at Coachella. Blah.
right. Let's see. I'm looking up schools in Western Mass, and I'm getting high schools. Western Mass colleges and schools. Here we go. We have Greenfield Community, UMass, Smith, Hampshire, Mount Holyoke, Amherst, Western New England College.
See, if she wants to be in Western Mass, we'll find her another place. I just don't know why it has to be that one.
Springfield Technical Community College,
Plus, you know what their thing is? They're the owls. What kind
What?
of mascot is an owl? I mean, I
don't
love
know.
owls. They're kind of cool, but as a mascot, not very fierce.
How about even Worcester? There's all kinds of great schools in Worcester.
That's true. That's true.
You know?
There are other opportunities. So, and I've offered 1,000,005 things, and for whatever reason, she's digging the heels in. I think it's because I'm against it.
Oh, okay.
So I think I just have to like let it go.
Did
and
you explain to her why though?
She knows.
Okay.
It's very bizarre.
Well, don't take it personal because she's
I know.
because she's too good a kid.
Oh, I know.
Not for you to take, to do it to somehow get a dig in at you.
I don't know. It's just very, very odd to me, the fascination with it.
Yeah.
So I saw that Jennifer Coolidge is being tapped to do the Minecraft movie. And apparently she is going to be dining at one of my friend's restaurants.
Oh, la-di-da.
Well, I was just really excited for her. She's like, it's a reservation came in. And I was like, that's interesting. I said, I hope it's the real Jennifer Coolidge,
Right.
not a Jennifer Coolidge.
Right.
Because you know that happens. Or somebody just puts out a famous name just to see.
Right.
That would be fun.
Yeah, just to see if they get extra treatment.
Has anybody ever made a reservation or a thing where they've checked in as someone else? I'm just curious.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean, it's always fun to play pretend and be somebody else, but that might be a really fun little, not prank, but
yeah.
Hey, I'm going to make reservations. Well, one time I did have to make reservations for Nick Jonas and to explain to the people that we can't talk about the fact that Nick Jonas is going to be here at this specific restaurant on Cape. Yeah. Actually, I don't even think I told them who it was. I just said there's somebody of interest. And I gave them some sort of ridiculous name.
Yeah.
And then I don't think that they quite put it all together when Nick Jonas did, in fact, walk into the restaurant. I thought that they were just like, what? Is this real?
Right.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
And they're here.
That's who it is. That's who it is.
Robbie on our team met Danny DeVito on a boat this week. Very cool. Danny DeVito riding around on the steamship. Very cool.
Yep.
My daughter is at Smith and all of her funding is in grants. Well, your daughter is very smart.
Well, Lily is too.
In a different fashion.
There you go.
Right? Just different. All right. Nate's I see you over there. What's up, Nate? We're going to talk a little sports. I'm going to bring you on the stage. How are you?
Hey, Nate.
What's going on, folks? How we doing this morning?
Well, apparently we got a new coach of the Patriots.
Yeah, Gerard Mayo. That's a good hire right there.
I'm excited for it.
So do you know where he kept calling Bob Kraft Thunder? Nobody knows where that came from.
Probably his player days, if you think about it.
Yeah, I suppose. Because Kraft also said that Gerard Mayo had this great line when they met. Mayo goes well with Kraft.
That's kind of cute. I like it.
Kind of cute.
Good morning, Patricia. She said UNH is a world of its own. I know. I tried to get her to look at UNH. Yeah, she was not really there.
My niece went to UNH.
Nate, I really felt bad for you watching the Steelers just not do anything.
Well, Mason Rudolph gave us a shot, and I think that him and Kenny Pickett are going to compete for the job next year. I think Steelers have quarterback problems. They're going to have a quarterback competition to see who is going to lead this team to the playoffs in the future. Should be interesting to see in the offseason. You got the draft in the offseason coming up. I'm going to look forward to that.
Yeah, when is the draft?
That's not till end of April usually, around the last weekend of April.
We get pitchers and catchers first, then the draft?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how it usually flows. I got my Xander Bogaerts jersey on right here.
Rub it in.
One time.
Rub it in.
What's going on? Talk to me. I don't know anything about sports.
Well, I know this
I'm in the middle of two sports guys.
This weekend should be a lot of fun. You're going to have the Texans and the Ravens play. You're going to have the Chiefs and the Bills play, which who doesn't love a rematch of Chiefs-Bills? It's always a great game. You got Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. That's who they're going to circle here, and it's going to be interesting. I don't know if you guys will be tuning in, but that's definitely something I'll be looking forward to this weekend.
We're doing games day over at Knockabout because I think the games are 3 and 6 or something like that, or 3 and 8 or in the afternoon. So we're rolling out.
Usually 3 to 6, 3
Yeah.
and 6:30, something like that.
Yeah, so we're
something
rolling
like
out
that,
all
yeah.
the Lemonadio tiebreakers over at Knockabout, Monkey Tail, Putt Putt, and we've got a brand new pub game that we are going to be practicing for the first time.
Oh, really?
Werewolf. So if you're interested in games and something fun to do prior to your games and you want to pick up a 4-pack or something like that for your game, definitely swing on through Knockabout on Sunday. We've got games day, and I'm looking forward to that. Good morning, Kelly and Dawn. Thank you for joining us from the West Coast. Good morning, Miss Emily. Emily, I am going to be calling you this afternoon because I need your assistance. I think it's time.
How about the Red Sox? They're gonna have Devers and Story. They're gonna be the 2 remaining most popular players there. And then you'll still have Yoshida, who they got last year. And Yoshida didn't
You
do
still think
bad
they have
last year.
problems?
Oh, I can't wait to get into this with Nate when we do the pod.
Okay.
The Red Sox. I just don't know this time.
Right? Hank is a regular watcher of all of the games. He's got his own little spot. He's got his little Red Sox room.
His
I mean,
fan cave.
I grew up in Boston, so I grew up with all the Boston teams back, with the exception of the Celtics, back when they weren't any good.
Right.
And I just feel like these Red Sox have the potential to be back to those 1960s not very good teams.
Oh. Yeah,
I think
that's a
the
tough pill to swallow as a New Englander.
Red Sox should have signed Igmanagba, the guy who's coming from overseas. They should have looked at him
Yeah.
for sure.
We'll
because
take anybody. Can we win something? That would be great. Thank
They
you.
don't have pitchers. That's why I throw it out there. Besides Brian Bale, they don't really have
Nope.
an arm, which has killed them the last couple seasons because they've had hitters, but they just haven't had the bullpen. And that you look at someone like the Braves, who has Ronald Acuna Jr., they got all their guys they drafted, but their pitching killed them in the playoffs. And for a team like the Red Sox, who are trying to build something, you're going to not only need hitters, but you're going to need a bullpen at the end of the day. So that's something to watch for.
So this should not be the year that I want to go see Red Sox. I always liked going to the Red Sox.
It's always great to go to the game. It's always great to get to Fenway Park and wander around outside and get a sausage sandwich. And then when you walk in, and I don't care how many times you've been, and you walk up the stairs and you see the Green Monster and you see everything. It is
exciting.
It's a really cool experience to see it.
Yeah.
If the team sucks, well,
there's only so much we can do about it.
So much you can do. Yeah.
Susan, are you joining us from Hawaii or are you home? I don't even think we talked about it. Last I heard you were going to Florida. Then all of a sudden I see you in Hawaii. I'm like, what is she doing? What? Tell your boy to put me on the list of the vacations. I need to go as well. Good morning, Tatiana. Thank you for joining us.
You don't want to be like that Travis Kelce commercial, 2 things at once.
Well, his brother retired, right? How much older is his brother than him?
He's definitely got some years on him because I think it's probably like 10 years at least.
Okay. So he's that much older.
Oh, yeah. He's older. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize. I was like, wow, he's retiring. Is Travis going to retire?
Yeah.
Why? But
Kyle Juszczyk's wife made some cool jackets for Taylor Swift and Brittany Mahomes and some other people too. I thought that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I feel like it's so surreal watching that whole thing go on. And apparently the coach is none too pleased with Taylor Swift still. Is that a rumor or is that real?
Well, he's going to have to deal with it if he's going to have Travis Kelce on his team because that's a for real thing right there.
I think so too.
Oh, I think so too, because there's no competition between the two of them. She's not.
No, it's cute.
I mean, she's not hooked up with some guy who, is less of a celebrity or not a celebrity at all.
My favorite part is bopping into a sports channel or sports people talking about Taylor Swift.
Right.
Like, it's just my favorite thing. I was like, oh, it's cute. And you're talking about Taylor Swift.
Right.
In sports.
You're dropping references at the same time.
Right?
Right.
I like it. It makes me laugh. It makes my heart happy.
Well, if your heart is happy, then.
Thanks, Hank. What else is going on in the world of sports, Nate? What are you going to be talking to Hank about in your pod?
I think I've seen something funny about Bill Belichick. As you know, he recently interviewed for the Atlanta Falcons job.
Yep.
And I seen a meme that somebody put out that when you go for a job interview, they're like, "What's the most adversity you faced?" And it's like thinking about the 28-3 thing, where you could be like, "I beat you guys 28-3." Like
Like,
that's
well,
funny. Cause
do you want to
That's
be
good.
reminded of that? Because that happened. I mean, granted, it was Tom Brady and it was another time. And I quit that game like 11 times. I left every room. We left the party. I got in the shower. I'm like, this game stinks.
Oh, Mari threw people out of our house. We had people over to watch the game. Mari threw them out of the house.
We
Honest to
left.
God, told them to get out.
We were at my buddy Tom's house. We left. We were at another friend's house. I'm like, this stinks. I got to go somewhere where it's better. And then I was like, we're going home, sitting at home watching it, getting in the shower. And that's when things happened. So we washed off. We started the game over for us.
that's a good ritual for a game
That's
right there.
right.
Be like, if my
Right.
team
Move.
loses, take a shot.
Whatever it is you're doing, get in the shower, everybody.
Right.
Wash it off.
Okay, I'll remember that. Going to be taking a lot of showers watching the Red Sox this year.
Sorry, Hank. Mari's like, what are you doing in there? Gotta wash it off. Let's start
That's
again.
great.
All right, Nate, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll look forward to your pod. Where do people find it?
Well, you can find Skinner Sports Network on YouTube right now. I've been putting out some YouTube videos on this thing called Riverside.fm. It's where I can not only talk, but I can share my screen and share information with people, like what I'm talking about. It's been a lot of fun. I've been working on the NFL off season right now, rebuilding some teams. So look forward to that. Find me on YouTube on Nate Skinner. It's a picture of me with a pink Nike hoodie and the microphone from the studios and the college. So look forward to that. Subscribe, like, comment. You can find me there. And I'm going to start posting more on Apple and Spotify once I get some more segments going. But right now, it's just a brief creativity segment, you know?
I love it. Thank you for joining us, Nate. Always a favorite. Bye.
All right, we'll see you in a little while, Nate.
He's adorable.
He's a good guy.
WKKL is where you can listen to him also, our
He's
college
a sports
station.
He sounds like a sports guy.
He's working on it,
Yeah.
and he really has like leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
And he's talking about going to a bigger university, which I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
So he's working really hard, and I'm so excited to bring him on for sports like segments, but things I have no idea of.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, sports.
No, I'm happy he asked me to come on with him.
Yeah,
It's going to be fun.
it's nice, and you
Yeah.
guys can vibe with that.
Right.
It's just not my jam. I'm happy to talk about it though. What is my jam though? I got to talk about the Royals. What the hell's going on over there?
Yeah.
Royal pains.
Yeah, they're not feeling well.
Kate Middleton's got some stomach surgery coming up.
Yes.
That's kind of scary.
They won't say what it is.
They never do. Everything's tight-lipped and Illuminati secrets over
Mhm.
there with the royal
Except
family.
the king, however, has.
Yeah.
He has an enlarged prostate, and he's having a procedure done, and he wanted it to be announced
Yeah.
because he said he wants people to know, he wants men to know that you have to pay attention to this stuff, as we know.
Right.
So that was cool. But the Kate Middleton thing, she's out of action until Easter, in the hospital for 2 weeks. That doesn't sound like
Right. Canceling all of her engagements. Don't know
minor-
what's going
a
on.
minor procedure.
And she's a mom with very, very busy boys.
Mm.
That little one's keeping her busy.
Oh, and well, I mean, they have nannies too that you don't see.
Right. I get it. But they try to be as hands-on as possible. They
Right.
really try and be regular parents.
Yeah, no,
which
they
is
seem
nice.
to. And they seem to try to have like a regular household and minimize the involvement of
Yeah,
of
a little bit of
staff.
normalcy for them.
Yeah, so the kids will grow up.
So
Not-
we've got some
too
Valentine's
weird.
Day activities coming up. And
Valentine's Day.
I know, right?
It's what? February? Oh, actually, it's January.
It's less than a month away.
I guess so.
It is less than a month away. And if you're single, it's an awkward time. So we are doing a single speed dating event. It is going to be happening at Wicked Restaurants. I'm working on the show portion right now, which is, I feel like it's going to be fun regardless. Obviously, this is for entertainment purposes only. And just be prepared to have a good time.
She's not trying to hook you up, and she will be charged no fee.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Thank you, Hank. You read through the line, Diana. I hope my daughter goes to that. Just to meet people or get out there. You might meet a really good, fun friend. You never know. It seems to be heavy on the female side right now. So I would like a good mix of everyone. There's a quick little Google form that I'm throwing out there just so we've got a idea of who to expect that night. That way we can prep for it.
Okay.
But you will be leaving there with some sort of Valentine's Day gift. Carly Teft
Oh,
will play
okay.
on afterwards if you want to hang out at the bar and mingle and hang out with other like-minded singles. But we're doing single meetups once a month at Knockabout. That's the last Sunday of every month. And that is sponsored by Hinge. We're just trying to find this time of year when people are really alone a lot.
Yes.
And really don't like to leave their house. It's cold, it's dark, it's miserable. People really are affected by being alone. And even if you go out and meet some friends and do a craft, you don't have to drink, you don't have to pay for big bucks. It's just nice to get out there and mingle and talk to people and be around people. So we're trying to facilitate that.
Is there an age limit?
No, over 25.
Okay.
Really, I mean, the younger 20-somethings, you'll do fine. You got plenty of time. You got plenty of time.
Listen to Madam Stephanie.
Right. You got plenty of time. Whole world is your oyster right there.
That's right.
Right? That's why I told my older daughter is actively, she took her ASVABs and is like in the process of her recruitment with the Navy right now.
That's great.
I'm like, hey, you might meet a man. Just like get
Yeah.
out there.
And,
There's going to be plenty of them on that ship.
I was going to say, and she's out in an area where the Navy has a huge presence.
Yes. And there's, she'll have her pick of the litter in there. I remember when my first duty station, there were 360 guys and there were 4 women. And I was the only straight one. I was like 2 of us. So I was like, where are we going? I was married. The guys were like, what the hell?
What the hell? You married?
What the hell?
Oh my God. So you couldn't enjoy the bounty
No.
that was laid out before you.
No, just with my eyes, Hank. Eyes
Oh,
only.
Okay. Well, you enjoyed it a little.
That's it. Susan said, what a fun night. I really hope you get to join us. And I want to be working with you in some of your table tipping. Make sure you let everybody know where to go. That's a fun activity to do, regardless if it's
Table tipping?
Yeah.
What's that?
So you're communing with the other side. It's you got to see it.
Okay.
It's very cool.
Okay. All right.
She does tea leaf reading as well.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna tell you, she was spot on my last 2 readings. She was really good. What's up, Huck? Huck is also getting ready to head out to Vegas and do a little boxing. The month is full next month. Okay, perfect. Kid just told me she's going to the dating thing to find. I will find a sweet man for her. Guys, highly encouraged to play speed dating with us. Like I said, it's going to be a fun show regardless.
Right. No expectations.
No,
guys.
but it's
Just
going to be
don't-
game showy.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to hosting that. One of my friends, Bryn, she was just like, I'm going just because you're hosting.
Oh, okay.
She's like,
If I happen to get a guy in the process, well, that's
That's
okay
it.
too. But
I feel like you and Mari should get a table nearby just to watch.
oh, we might just to watch. Although people might see me and think I'm the most interesting man in the world.
That's right.
And yeah, I could just screw the whole
Mari's
thing up
going to
for
have
you.
to get a stick with her. Fight off all the girls. Who's that guy over there?
Sit there with my cigar and my martini.
Listen, I went to one of those parties fairly recently. It was odd.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my husband and I were both picked up.
I don't know this story. How come? When did you go?
It's one of the Christmas parties that we did.
Ah.
And it was weird. Cliff was like, I feel very uncomfortable. Don't leave my side.
Right. Who picked him up?
A couple of ladies.
The appropriate. Okay, so it was appropriate anyway.
Was it?
Well, I mean, I shouldn't even said appropriate. Not that there's
Like
anything
to the
wrong.
point where she came over and was like, "You two sleeping together?" I'm like, "Well,
We're married.
We're married." That what I asked is what she said.
Oh my Lord. Where were you? A yacht club?
No, it was a club. It was not the club for us.
Apparently not. Wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty clear you guys are married. I mean, that's
And even towards the end of the night, one of the guy was like, I saw you guys doing a little PDA. You guys together? Yes.
But on the other hand, you should take it as a compliment.
I just felt like fresh meat. I didn't feel like it was a compliment.
Well, no, but I mean,
Something new.
even after, how how can I put this without this sounding stupid, folks? Even after all these years,
Sure.
you know, somebody tried to pick you up.
Lynn said, swing, bada, swing. What's up, Gloria?
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, we were literally fresh meat. It was it was interesting. I got a call afterwards for a private party, and I was like, "Oh, we're booked."
A private party.
Yes, we're booked. I put the price so ridiculous. I got maybe in the summer.
Well, we won't mention the restaurant, but there's a very popular local restaurant.
Everybody knows.
Where the story is on Thursday night, you throw your keys down in the bar. And,
I believe that did happen. Good morning, Rebecca.
I've never seen it. I've never been there at that time.
Not there late at night.
I'm not there late at night. I'm asleep by then. I mean,
You are missing out, apparently.
apparently. And
Good times.
And they'd be very disappointed anyway. I'm old. Dirt.
I saw a story today about pants on fire. Some guy was doing a prank.
Yeah.
You know, like light my
Yeah.
rear end on fire.
Oh.
And actually it lit himself on fire.
Oh, what an idiot.
Have you ever had to use stop, drop, and roll in your entire life?
No.
Don't you remember, like, those were the two things growing up? We had don't go by the train tracks and
Right.
stop, drop, and roll.
Mhm.
And I don't know whether it's because we were in Attleboro and at the time, like,
could
we
be.
were by the train tracks and there was really no way to stop the kids from going on the train tracks.
Right. Because everybody played on the train tracks. in
Right.
Attleboro.
Like we didn't listen, kids. We didn't have Netflix. We had 2 TV channels. We didn't have cell phones. It's just a very different time. I was reading a funny article about
Right.
a woman who was born in 1982.
Mhm.
And I was like, even that's kind of on the other side of things.
Yeah.
But she, you know, had the same memories growing up as most of us who straddled that line of never having any technology to all of the technology and where we are today. And the things she's trying to explain to her kids, having Walkman,
Mhm.
having just being out of the house, having no choices. And we found ourselves in trouble because we had no other things to keep us out of trouble with.
Right. I forget what it was Mariana asked me the other day. Papa, were you alive when?
Oh, my kids get a kick out of it. Well, you were born in the 1900s.
I forget what she. Oh, the 19. Oh God. I didn't think of it that way.
We're
Excuse me, folks.
ancient.
Born in the previous century.
We were born in the 1800s. Nate says, honestly, the pranks are getting out of hand these days because everybody's trying to be popular on social media. 100%.
Yeah, you're right.
Everybody, I was doom scrolling yesterday while I was in the tub,
Mhm.
and I'm just sitting there rolling through. And the amount of people that now believe that they're influencers, or the amount of people that are selling you things, there's a graft everywhere.
Oh yeah. In the real estate business,
I feel like a snake oil salesman. It's all about us.
right? We see in the real estate business all the time people who had a good year last year and now they're offering coaching services. Just go away.
Why is Why is everyone the expert now?
I don't know.
Like you take a seminar.
And now you're the expert.
I got sucked into a little bit of clickbait yesterday. Yale was offering some classes.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, all right, well, I'll check this out. Interesting, hang out with some Yale grads and see what we learn here. But then it turns out it's like a Udemy sort of thing. It's another thing. And then you're on another link to somewhere else. And then I'm looking at the bottom and it's like South Africa. I'm like, this is a scam.
Right. Well, I almost got scammed this weekend. And you were one of the people who helped me out.
Oh, totally.
Because I got a notice on my Facebook page and also in my mailbox on Hootsuite that I use for postings that I had used copyrighted material without permission, and the website my Facebook website was going to be suspended and yada yada yada, and it looked so damn official.
Mm.
And I'm somebody who knows better,
right?
And I'm thinking, holy poop, I'm in trouble. What did I use? Fortunately, I tossed it out on Facebook. Hey, has anybody seen anything like this before?
All day, every day.
And you and everybody else. But I've never even been in Facebook jail. So I've never seen any.
Well, then you haven't said anything good, Hank.
I guess not. But I've never seen anything that looks official from anybody saying, I don't know what you get when you go into Facebook jail. If you get an email, if you get a notice, if they just shut you down.
Yeah, they just shut you down. Like
Okay, see,
you're not going to get notices and stuff like that.
no, see, but I just didn't know.
It
And
is
I'm
becoming
thinking,
such a big problem where people are disengaging Messenger completely
yeah,
because of so many scams. And I feel bad. I've got a couple of elderly clients and she freaks out on a daily basis. What is
Right.
this? What is this? Just delete it. Just put it to spam. Don't click any of the links that are in it. Don't even open it. And I'm having these conversations pretty much daily with a lot of my clients that are just scared because they don't know what's going on and they operate their socials for their business, whether it's a B&B or a restaurant or whatever it is that I'm working with them on. And I'm like, just don't touch any of the things. Do not open that. Do not go there. And I might have to disengage the messenger because it's really
Right.
where the scams are rolling in right now,
Mhm.
just to see if they'll get you when you're tired, when you're
Right.
not having an off moment, when somebody stay away from the light. And Bobby says, I'll
Yeah.
leave another comment for $5. Thanks, Bobby.
Well, the other big concern now is with this being an election year, AI
Yeah.
and the stuff that people are going to be able to, post. I mean, they do it already, but it's going to, go up 1,000% of taking little bits of people's speeches and piecing them together. And all of a sudden, you see a 30-second clip of Biden saying this, Trump saying that, and they never said it, but it's all pieced together and it looks really
Hey, I heard he said he's
official.
trying to get rid of all ATM fees under $3. Don't say he never did anything for us.
Right. Or eliminate them all. I understand late fees or overdraft fees can be expensive, but I'm sorry, at some point there's got to be a penalty because there are people who do it constantly.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just some regular old schlub and you, oh God, I overdrafted my checking account. Should I be penalized $1 million? No, probably not. But if I do it constantly, yeah, I should.
Yeah, well, some of the banks are a little excessive.
Oh yeah.
If you will. Nate
Yes.
says COVID got these people thinking crazy out of pocket. Time to go back to the 2000s BlackBerry.
Right. Right.
Ah, the good old days.
And all these people think that they can be part of the gig economy, that they're somehow going to make money by just being on their computer and being an influencer and all of that.
Well, they are making enough money to survive. That's the thing. What's enough money for some people?
Right.
It's a very different space. It's a different landscape. I'm not quite sure exactly what they're influencing or selling, but everybody's selling something this day and age.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what?
But eventually, whatever it is you're selling, you're not going to be able to sell it anymore. And then what are you going to do?
I don't know. I have hope for the next generation. Celebrities are making babies left and right. I saw Jenna Dewan is pregnant again. Baby number 3. Josh Duhamel just had another baby. Like 50. I'm not there. I'm not ever going to be like, wow, I need to have another baby at 60. I'll happily foster. I know Cliff is like shaking his head. Absolutely not. No. One of my girlfriends is a foster mom and she's been trying to get me into the program. And I would love to be a foster for a little bit just to help out, just to get my baby fix and then to give it back.
I think you would get too attached. I don't know how people foster.
Probably.
I couldn't do it. I'd get too attached. And I couldn't give them back. I just couldn't do it. And then you end up trying to adopt them, and then all of a sudden you've got a younger family again.
I'm not doing it. I'm not going back. I already did this twice. I'm good.
Right.
Check it out. Diana, some man this morning told me that he survived by buying and selling Legos. I don't even understand how you can make enough money off a living doing that. I wonder if it's the same company because there's one company that just sells brick by brick Legos because people have these big, expensive Lego sets that they're missing things from.
Right.
And so, yeah, you can buy and sell bricks of Legos or bags of specific types of Legos.
Wow.
Do you imagine? What do you win? Legos.
Yeah.
Build my Lego empire.
I have a friend who's one of those people that build these immense Lego things that it's
impressive.
It's really cool. Oh yeah. I wouldn't have the patience. My God, I'd kill myself.
No, I've thrown them all away. The amount of Legos. I think that there was one time where my kids just filled up the tub with Legos. They're just Legos everywhere. And once again, let's go back to the question of the day. What's the worst thing you've ever stepped on? We've all stepped on a Lego with a bare foot. Absolutely the worst. Legos, jacks, glass.
Yep. All those things. No, the Legos are the worst.
This is so painful. A little stabby guy in your shoe in your heel. No, thank you.
Yep.
And as far as the political commercials are comedy in itself.
Well,
Are they?
the New Hampshire primary is next Tuesday, and then we should be rid of them for a while. But then
That's not going to stop.
Super Tuesday is March 4th, and Ron DeSantis has already given up on New Hampshire, and he's moved on to whichever one of the Carolinas it is.
Ron Swami bailed, right? He's out now.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's just Trump and it's Nikki Haley. So it's gonna be interesting. I mean, the numbers seem to indicate that if it was Biden versus Haley, Haley would win. But she's got to get by Trump, and she's not going to get by Trump apparently. And then you get Trump Biden again, and you got one old guy versus another old guy.
Diana says, I like the Sasquatch political ad. I haven't seen it yet.
Yes, that's a good one. That's the there's a congressman, I think his name is Dean Phillips, who's running against President Biden. I don't know why, but President Biden has skipped New Hampshire.
Oh,
so it's a Sasquatch. You can find, you're looking for Joe Biden and whatever, and it's good. It's clever. I mean, the guy ain't going to win, but it's clever.
but don't you get money towards your campaign? Like if you run and whatever. I mean, you've run for political offices before.
Yeah, you get donations. You can build up your campaign fund.
Yeah.
And then you can do other things with it as long as it's campaign related.
Well, I feel like that's the money that's going to be happening for a lot of radio and television right now.
Right.
They're like, we love political season.
Oh,
bring us all of your money in a
absolutely.
basket. Thank you.
I mean, I believe you still have to give them the lowest rate on the card. But
Whatever it is.
that used to be the rule.
Yeah, but
Well,
if they're buying all of it,
they're buying. Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
it's just money in a basket season for you.
Right.
I can't stand it. I can't tell you the last time I watched a commercial.
Well, they're
can't-
all the same.
I can't tell you the last time I listened.
You
to
know what
a
the most
commercial.
interesting thing is? You can go anywhere in the country, and you can take a look at a commercial in New Hampshire for a local New Hampshire race. You can go to Nevada and see the same damn commercial.
Right. Insert different person.
Insert different person.
Right.
I mean, the lack of creativity is appalling.
Well, that's it. They don't have time for that. They're
Yeah.
running a race.
Right. And they're the same commercials. Go back and look at the commercials from 4 years ago.
You
They're
know
the same commercials.
where you will not hear commercials.
Lemonadio.
Lemonadio.com. Download the app. Roku TV. Alexa, play Lemonadio radio. No commercials. No politics. Just fun.
But didn't somebody call you last cycle? Seems to me I remember you
Oh, yeah.
talking about that.
I've had several calls.
That they wanted to advertise.
Yeah. Yep. No.
Do you remember who it was?
I do.
It was somebody national, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I passed.
Mhm.
I'm just not interested in that. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to. It's divisive to me. It's stressful to me, and I just don't want to be that person. So we'll make our money otherwise. We've chosen a harder way, and that's okay. At least I'm okay with the quality of what it is, and I'm trying not to be polarizing towards anything right now.
Right.
We all just need like a little spot of joy, and Lemonadio is my little spot of joy.
There you
So I
go.
will stay here
There you go.
with my games and my tomfoolery
That's
and my
right.
no commercials.
Right. And playing Madam.
Absolutely. The speed dating host with the most.
Madam Stephanie.
I was having a conversation with one of my girlfriends I went to high school with over the weekend when I was in Newport, and she's just like, you just need to be doing something bigger. I don't know why you're just not going for the bigger thing. And I'm like, I appreciate that.
Right.
I really do. I love that you are so supportive and wonderful. But at this moment in time, we've got the kids. I'm not throwing myself into any
Right.
spotlight at this point in time.
Right. And you kind of did the bigger thing.
I'm good.
I mean, you
I'm
still are. I mean,
good.
everybody knows who you are. Everybody knows what station
That's
you
a big fish in a small pond, though. It's
you
very
used to be on.
different.
Yeah, but that's okay though, because you were doing what you wanted to do.
Yeah, right.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
In the end, one of the things I used to tell my students years ago when I taught broadcasting and everything was, as long as you're doing what it is you wanted to do, it doesn't make any difference what market you're in.
Right. Yeah, it never mattered. I was
You know?
I was never a market seeker.
Right. But a lot of people in our business were market seekers.
Yeah, yeah. There's all kinds of different narcissists that we work with.
Right. I mean, they weren't going to consider themselves a success until they cracked
Right. Got this market,
The
went
top-
to this.
the top 20. But it's okay being, a big deal in Nashua.
You know what it made me sad though is that they didn't have a personal life. They weren't married, or they
Oh, right.
they divorced 7 times and living out of a paper bag just to get that chance, just to get that opportunity. It's very much like show business,
Mhm.
It's very much like giving up everything for this other thing. I mean, you have to decide what the thing is that you want in your life and just
Right.
do that.
Right. And that's why I decided I'm done.
Diana asked if we meant to color coordinate today. We did not.
No, we did not. Did not.
Too funny. Good morning, Lauren.
Mhm.
I'm going to be doing the show on Wednesdays from All Places Spaces for a few weeks.
Oh, cool.
I know. We'll test it out. We'll test drive. I'm very excited to see what you've been working on over there. She's got cubbies with local artisans. She's got an adult lounge where you can go and have a membership and
Mhm.
a place to find people to play games with or companionship. Or
Mhm. And
she's-
where are they located?
they're right in Bourne.
Okay.
So I'm pretty pumped for her to have her space and to have the room to create all of her art. She is a fabulous person, and Lauren, I'm really excited for you. It's exciting. It's exciting times for all places for sure. Thanks, Bobby. I've had husbands from multiple nationalities. What? Oxygen just over the bridge. Oh my God. Absolutely hysterical. I like what's happening in our chat over there. You guys continue on.
Yeah. Just ignore us.
I love it. That makes my heart super happy. It's good. What's going on with Hank today? 125 Main Street, Buzzards Bay is where Lauren is
Oh, okay.
located.
Thank you, Lauren. This afternoon, since it's Thursday, it's date night. So we are looking at the top movies of the week. And there are some beauts. Have you heard about the Book of Charlie?
No.
It's like number 4 or number 5. It's set in 33 AD. Think about that for a minute. And it involves, or at least it begins with Charlie having a chariot race with Mary Magdalene and losing, but he needs the money because he owes people money. And then the fun ensues.
I'm down for it.
And one of the producers
I'll watch it.
And one of the producers is Jay-Z.
I'm definitely going to watch it now.
I mean, I'm like, really? And then there's The Beekeeper, which is another. There were some really interesting movies
yes.
on the roster this week.
You're sitting next to like the biggest weirdo you've ever met in your life. I don't know why you haven't noticed that, but I'm so down for it. I'm like, is it weird? Is it strange? Is it off? I want it. Bring it to me. I need to see it.
I mean, the book of when I was reading about the Book of Charlie and talking, and I'm going to talk about it, is I thought about Monty Python and the Holy Grail just gone berserko.
Love it. I mean, that was ridiculous in its day.
Mm-hmm.
It's still ridiculous today.
Oh, no. It wasn't Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It was The Life of Brian.
Either way, they were all ridiculous. Fish Called Wanda, that whole vein, that whole troupe of comedians. They were British and they were weirdos, and we were so there for it. It was something different to watch.
And if you're younger and you don't know what we're talking about,
watch all of it.
Watch all of it. It's hilarious.
Right?
British humor, though. So you got to be ready for British humor.
What do you mean, RTB?
What did RTB say?
He said, there's that Raggedy Ann voice again.
Raggedy. I didn't know Raggedy Ann had a voice.
Well, no, I gave her a voice when him and I were doing Carnival, and we were dressed as Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy. And we were doing the live commentary for the parade at Carnival. And I don't know why I just decided to get in some sort of character as RTB was my brother. And it was, you know me.
Oh, I missed that one.
Oh, well, you can definitely watch it. It's still on our YouTube channel, just in case you want to watch the whole
parade.
I
remember seeing you guys dressed up and everything, and I didn't know it was that complicated.
He was Raggedy Randy. We were in Provincetown.
Raggedy Randy. Oh, he was Randy, of course. You have to be Randy. Yeah, right, whatever.
Yes.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I love it. Pauly Shore is getting ready to sweat to the oldies as the actor and comedian plays fitness icon Richard Simmons.
Oh, Lord.
I am so, if there was anybody more perfect for a role, it is Pauly Shore being Richard Simmons. I can see it already. He better do a bang up job. I'll be very disappointed. if it's not good.
I mean,
I was obsessed with Richard Simmons.
a lot of people were.
Obsessed. My mother watched Sweat to the Oldies while she was like sitting and snacking. Like she didn't actually sweat to the oldies. I got up there and I was absolutely jamming out. I loved that. Was my fascination with the 60s and 50s music, because that's what it was, sweating to the oldies. And I just fell in love with that genre of music because of Richard Simmons.
Right. And Richard Simmons himself have disappeared.
Oh, RTB, he's been vying for it for quite a while, and good for him. It's perfect. Oh, and Pauly Shore's Anthony Weiner, that was also, he was very good. He's pretty underrated.
Right. He pops up every now and then.
Well, did you know that his mom, Mitzi, was the one who had the Laugh Factory?
No.
So yeah, like he grew up with famous comedians constantly. And like just really was always in that vein.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Lauren, and now you can't lose the voice. Do the Raggedies have a bear or a dog? We had both. Thanks. Thanks, Greg. I feel like you came up in conversation this week on one of our shows. I've missed you.
Well, that was an interesting little look you got, Greg.
That one's for you. You donkey. All right. So you've got your lunchtime show.
Yep.
What's going on for jazz? I know I just added a few new jazzes.
We are introducing some new performers who are performing traditional songs in their own way. For example, this weekend we're going to introduce Sir Rod Stewart.
Very exciting.
To classic jazz.
I don't know how that's going to work, but
you'll see. You'll see. Listen, we've found some pretty cool new performers that are,
because I know Mari is a huge fan of Sir Rod Stewart.
Yes.
So any way you can work it in there, I know.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah. And it actually he has a whole album. I'll talk about it on Sunday.
Well, I'm looking forward to that.
Yes.
And I'm sure Mari is too. I love that she roasted you the other day for listening to your own show. I thought that was great.
Well, no. We used to call it an air check.
Right.
And an air check used to be, when old days in radio, you'd run a tape recorder and you would record yourself, and the tape recorder would start every time you turn the mic on. So then you could play it back,
and you critique yourself.
And your program director,
right,
like once a month, would randomly ask you to do an air check of, oh, you're on this afternoon, I want an air check. And then you'd sit down and the program director would go through it with you. So we can't do that anymore. So you just have to kind of listen to yourself every now and then.
You just brought back a very traumatic memory for me.
Of an air check gone bad.
And I'm not going to say who, but they are currently still on the radio here on Cape Cod. And she brought me into her office, puts in my tape, plays a couple breaks, takes the tape out, puts a tape of her in, presses play. That's how you do it.
Oh! You must have been so tempted to go over the desk at her. Oh my Lord. That's what you're not supposed to do with an air check, folks.
I'll never forget it.
Oh,
it makes me laugh to this day.
Wow.
They had to fall from their space and eventually came back to radio and are still in radio right now. But it was one of the most hysterical, horrifying moments of my life.
Wow. Wow.
And yes, when I listen to the radio, I mock absolutely everybody that's on it because I know they're all fake. Fake.
Right. And you don't even live here. In most cases, in most of the radio stations. Across
I figured out how to fix those.
Excellent.
We reset the board.
Very good. I like
They're working again.
Yay!
I know. So you can join Hank later on this afternoon.
Yep.
On the weekend for our jazz show. I've got to give a shout out to one of our fabulous sponsors, 10 Pin Eatery, Ryan's Family 10 Pin Eatery. It is located in the mall. We are teaming up. We've got gift cards at absolutely all of our shows. Stock them away. February vacation is coming rapidly. April vacation is right around the corner.
I forgot all about
I
April
know. So we are
vacation.
going to be giving out cards for you to go and enjoy a little dinner date night, whether it's with your family, whether it's with a pile of your girlfriends, or maybe you got a date and you need a safe space to do it in. Where are your people? Find a Lemonadio event near you. And I'm working on actually having a full listing of events, not just 3 that are on the website. So that'll be good.
That's a cool place, by the way. And it's not just for kids. If you haven't been
No,
there, just because the arcade is there, it's not just for the kids.
nope. There's bowling. They've got a golf, swing the thing sort of thing. I want to do a tournament.
A simulator.
Yeah, very cool.
Mari sometimes mispronounces that. And she puts a T in.
And we're going to leave you on that stimulating conversation.
See you this afternoon, folks.
What
Bye.
do you kids get up to? I don't even know what you people do over there. Bye, everyone. All right, Hank's coming up at lunchtime in Lemonadio Land. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye, everyone.